Since 1948, Israel has never faced such a military threat because the disjointed and incompetent Arab armies of that era have been replaced as an existential threat by a single, far more competent and resourceful regime. Iran's challenge to Israel is now called the Ring of Fire by Israelis, meaning Iran's effort to surround Israel by proxies that join it in attacking Hamas in Gaza, Hezbollah in Lebanon, the Houthis in Yemen, and others like Shia militias in Iraq and Iranian-armed groups in the West Bank. Moreover, Iran has been enriching uranium and advancing its nuclear weapons program since the Iran nuclear deal of 2015. In a nation torn between tradition and necessity, the Supreme Court's ruling sparks tension. Ultra-Orthodox Jews face conscription, but their political allies stand firm. As Israel braces for conflict, the question looms, can unity prevail over division? Hang around till the end of this video and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. In present day Israel, significant challenges exist and the leadership lacks widespread trust. Israelis understand that military efforts in Gaza must continue and that war in Lebanon may be inevitable and terribly damaging, but they will bear it as long as they have faith that the future will be better and that their leadership has a sensible plan. Prime Minister Netanyahu has held office for a total of 16 years, surpassing any previous leader in Israel's history. In recent months, Netanyahu's apparent inability to challenge the leaders of the two most right wing parties in his coalition, Smotrich and Ben-Gvir, on a range of issues has greatly increased the bitter criticism of his rule. The children of most Likud voters are in the IDF, and many have been fighting or wounded or killed in Gaza. Regular Israelis do not care about Likud's political issues. They are upset that their kids face danger every day, while the ultra Orthodox community seems immune to the risks of the war. Israel's Supreme Court has just ruled that ultra Orthodox Jews must serve in the military, but the religious parties for whom they vote are part of Netanyahu's coalition and vow to resist. The ultra Orthodox, constituting around 15% of Israel's Jewish population, typically do not serve in the military except for rare cases. As Israel faces the possibility of a larger war against Hezbollah and Iran, its army must expand. Tens of thousands of ultra Orthodox young people, now of military age, are increasingly crucial for this growth. Last year's judicial reform debate, combined with the current debate on ultra Orthodox enlistment in the IDF, has caused current discontentment among many Israelis. The landmark decision last week, ordering the government to begin drafting ultra Orthodox men, could have led to the collapse of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's governing coalition as Israel wages war on Gaza. Thousands of Jewish ultra Orthodox men clashed with Israeli police in central Jerusalem last Sunday during a protest against a Supreme Court order for them to begin enlisting for military service. Tens of thousands of men rallied in an ultra Orthodox neighborhood to protest the order. But after nightfall, the crowd made its way toward central Jerusalem and turned violent. Israeli police said protesters threw rocks and attacked the car of an ultra Orthodox cabinet minister, pelting it with stones. Water cannons filled with skunk scented water and police mounted on horses were used to disperse the crowd. But the demonstration was still not under control last Sunday. Protesters blamed Netanyahu of corruption, narcissism, incompetence, unwillingness to accept any blame for October 7th, and failure to push back against extremists in his coalition. In these protests, much of the opposition was hatred of Netanyahu disguised as support for democracy. Ultra Orthodox parties and their followers say forcing their men to serve in the army will destroy their generation's old way of life. Earlier Sunday, thousands of men crowded a square and joined in mass prayers. Many held signs criticizing the government, with one saying, "Not even one male should be drafted." The ultra Orthodox parties are key members of Netanyahu's governing coalition and could potentially force new elections if they decide to leave the government in protest. As Israel grapples with its conscription crisis, the clash between tradition and necessity intensifies. The Supreme Court's ruling challenges the status quo, but political alliances remain steadfast. With a looming conflict on the horizon, the nation must find common ground, unifying its diverse population for the sake of security and survival.